Hey, I'm live. What about that? I'm going to jump on here and I'm going to mute it. Alrighty. Just here in the middle of the workday, taking a little break before lunch, play my guitar. Good evening, Judd. Thanks. Judd, you're my first watcher ever of a live show. Well, you're my only watcher of a live show right now, Judd. No, you don't win a prize. I'm sorry. Here, I'll teach you a riff, which you probably already know, right? Key of A, or A. There's my dog, A minor. How about that? It's a silly riff. Well, I didn't have a USB interface to use to make a good video. I'm petting my dog here because he's a pain in the butt. He sees that I'm playing the guitar. It means I'm not working right now, and he can try to get me to go outside. No. So I said, well, what if I just go live for a little bit and see if anybody watches? And here's Judd. Glad to have you. I took that little Vox amp and I did a trade recently for I did a trade recently for a speaker, and I got this Celestion 12-inch speaker and I stuck it in this cabinet of mine, and now I plugged that Vox amp into it and I'm just blown away actually with the sound. With this little speaker in this little cabinet. Thanks. You know what? I'm using a couple good pedals, I suppose. J-Rocket Audio, the dude. That's one of my favorites. And I'm using this Moore Elect Lady, which is like a flanger, which gives me kind of like the Police sound from Walking on the Moon. I don't know how to play that though. It's like, except a little dirtier. an A. Well, yeah, they say it's a chorus. Dan Steinhardt from that pedal show says that it's a electric mistress, the old pedal that was made by, I think, Electro Harmonics. And he has it set up like a chorus, but it's an electric mistress, which is what this pedal is based on. So I don't know. See, I kind of have it set like a chorus too, but like a crazy chorus. Of course, Dan Steinhardt wasn't there, so maybe he's wrong. Sorry, I'm just playing an A minor. It's my go-to because everything's in the middle. In the middle of the guitar. I just watched Dave Byron do a quick little video of taking 4 notes and putting together a solo from it. That was pretty good. I like Dave's stuff. I like the idea of just limiting yourself to notes. You know, what if I just use these 3 notes? Can you make a solo from that? Not a very exciting one. Hey Dave, I was just talking about you, man. I was inspired by your little show. So I was doing kind of the same thing. I was like, hey, can I play a solo from just 4 notes or 3 notes even? I picked this. But it's not too long before I go, Cheddar Kung Pao, what is up, buddy? It's my first live show, Cheddar. You're here. Yeah, and so also early this morning I watched Eric C. Showing us all how to polish a guitar, which was cool. It was therapeutic. If you're stressed, go watch Eric C. polish a guitar, and he talks real soft and his nice Chicago accent, and it's really cool. So just watch him polish a guitar. It's therapeutic, man. And so I polished up my my PRS soap bar, and it's really nice. Judd says he's eating his tea. Are you much better than... Oh, I'm much better than TV. Thanks, Judd. He was stuck in the box until he had a lesson from Guitar Hack. Guitar Hack's great, man. Yes. On your lunch break, Cheddar, aren't you in the Midwest or are you Eastern? You're early for lunch. I have some pizza upstairs to eat. Gluten-free pizza, baby. Yeah, I took a break too, Cheddar. It's good to do. Memphis Mac, what's that? Macaroni noodles with sauteed onions, barbecue sauce, and smoked chicken. You lost me on the onions, buddy. Can't do onions. But I hope you enjoy that. No pizza, just guitar, please. Yeah, well... Pseudo jazz. 12 noon. That's what it is here too, Dave. Dave, you live in you live in Cape Coral, right? Tim Fergal is here. Hey, Tim. Do I still have a G&L Fallout? Hell yeah, I'm looking at it right here on my wall. It's great guitar. Great, great, great. This and my G&L Fallout are like my two guitars that I got for around 300, 350, and I love them so much. They're good. They're really good. Hold on. Oh! Except I just banged it into the ceiling. And the dog's going nuts. It's a rub, dude. Well, yeah, liable to have that one for a while. Here's the G&L Fallout. Still in tune for the most part. Double check it. This is a tribute series Fallout. You know, so here's the deal. I have always, not always, but since like 1996, I've played G&L guitars at a store nearby, the one I go to, Brighton Music Center. And they used to sell G&L guitars. They don't anymore because nobody can sell G&L guitars, it seems. Except for maybe now they're getting a little bit more popular. Kill that elect lady. And so I went in the last, it's probably like 3 years ago, I went up to another store in my area, Waddell's, and oh yeah, Dave, you had an electric mistress. I think if I found one, I'd buy it. Anyway, and I tried out some of the tribute series, and they weren't that good. And then just maybe a year and a half ago, I went and tried one of these, and I thought it was amazing. And then somebody was selling one used, so I jumped on it. They have these huge frets. I've often said I don't think it feels that much different. Hey, Craig, I don't think it feels that much different from a Sur, because I played Surs, and believe it or not, this little Indonesian guitar plays a lot like them, and it sounds fantastic. I can take this whenever at church we have to do a song that's a half step down. I take this guy because it's a longer scale length. It's 25-inch, I believe. And I've got heavier strings on it, and I could drop it down a half step with no issues. And I can go into single coil mode if I have to. Or I can have this really badass humbucker. I hope that sounds okay. Does it sound all right? Thanks, Craig. Haha. Craig, I watched your, did I comment on it? I think I commented. Oh yeah, I said I bet your bass player's ears get cold. That was a good solo on that Pink Floyd tune. I don't know what you were talking about that you didn't sound good. I thought it was great. That's cool. There's 6 folks watching. Woohoo! Rick's first live show. He needs my hat. That's right. Well, it's cold here, and I'm in the basement. You know, it's pretty cold. I think that we're like 25 degrees. We're not going to go that much longer because I think I'm down to 10% on this phone that I'm doing this from. How's the picture? Is it okay? Yeah. After watching the review of the Fallout, I kept watch out for one. Finally got one. Love it. Yeah, Tim Fergal. That's awesome. Very nice. Why don't you call GNL and tell them that, and maybe they'll send me some GNLs to review. Yeah, I'm just using the iPhone 7 Cheddar. Hi, Fred. Fred's here too, guys. Fred, come up and say hi to everybody. Come on. No, you're not going to. Come on. Come up and say hi. There he is. He's a good dog. Good guy. Good guy. Okay, wait a minute. Hey, Dave, still going to do your challenge soon. Is that the blues? Oh, Dave, you did another challenge, like a metal challenge. I'm afraid to do those. I don't know. Yeah, Cheddar. Fred's awesome. Except for right now, he wants to go outside, and he's not leaving me be. But he already peed. Don't let him fool you. He just wants to play ball. See, I said it, and he jumped up. Go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down. Anyway, yeah, I agree, Cheddar. You know what? And you know what? It's always the wives that are like, he has to go outside. Why don't you stop what you're doing and take him outside? He doesn't have to go outside. No. Every time I say it, he looks at me with his ears all perked up. So I was saying before, jazzy stuff. Oh, you live north Fort Myers, right next to Cape Coral. My stepfather-in-law, late stepfather-in-law, had a place in Cape Coral, and we would go down there. And I don't really like it that much because it's too hot and there's too many bugs. But it was pretty. I'll say that. It was a pretty place. Anyway, I don't know. Is Captiva Island still there, or did it get buried by floods and hurricanes? I don't know. It was nice. It was a nice place to go. Big bugs. That's right, Craig. I couldn't believe the size of the bugs there. Anyway, I didn't like it. And Florida is long because we drove there. And I figured, well, we just got into Florida. We're almost there. It was like 4 more hours before we got there. My wife was ready to choke me because we had been on the road for like 20 hours coming from Pittsburgh. And so we finally stayed in a place. Anyway, I digress. I'm trying out this Celestian speaker that I got in a trade. It wasn't anything special from what I first saw. And then I stuck it in this little PA cabinet. I don't think anybody can see it. See, it's back here. If you see underneath the metal table, there's a PA cabinet with a horn in it. It's got a Celestian speaker. I'm not using the horn, but I'm just plugging the in there so the Celestian speaker had some kind of cabinet to be in. And then I'm running my little Vox mini Super Beetle into it, and it sounds absolutely fine. Can upset Fred with this loud guitar playing though. I know. Hey Cheddar, I'm getting my my Scarlett 6i6 tomorrow sometime. I'm a little concerned because it says it's not supported for Mojave, and I upgraded to Mojave, so I don't know if I'm gonna have to downgrade my OS on my MacBook Pro. I'm concerned about that. Let me know. That's good. That's good to know you're using 2i2 on Mojave with no issues. Cool. I'm excited. I don't know what I'm going to do. I want to have more than 2 channels so I can have guitar in stereo and voice. And also so that I can record, you know, like my wife and I. She's singing and I'm playing. But it's I'll have to figure out a solution for having a mic preamp for the channels on the back. Super easy. Hooked it up. The Mac detected it. Worked right away. JJ, what's going, JJK? Playing the guitar, buddy. From Cincinnati, man. He wants to come out here and jam with me. Jay, do you ride a Harley, or do you just have Harley Benton guitars? Let me know. I don't ride on any kind of two-wheeled thing except a bicycle sometimes. Both. All right. So, as I was saying, Cheddar, let me know. Do you have? Can you use the routing software on the Mac, or doesn't it need it? Because it looks like there's some kind of input connection software that you can use with the Focusrite stuff, and it looks pretty. Mac doesn't need the routing software. All right. Oh, it looked interesting. We'll see. And I'm getting 2 MXL mics with it, which, whatever. They're okay. I have an MXL mic right here, actually. My MXL. And this is a microphone I don't use much. It's one of those El Cheapo Chinese condenser microphones. But it sounds okay. It's just not as good as my Audio Technica AT2020, which is also a cheap one. Sees all the inputs and outputs in the interface. Good. Yeah, I use Logic 10. That works. Fantastic, man. Fantastic. Yeah, Craig, here's what I'll tell you. We use the Fishman, what is it called? SA220. And it's the older version, but it's pretty good. It only has 2 inputs. And so if our bass player is ever singing as well, which he does when he plays with us, then I need to bring this little crappy Behringer mixer that I have. So that I can have a third input. But it works really well. I've heard also that the Bose thing works really well. And I've seen those little Fender Passport systems, and I don't think they're as good. Sorry, Fender. But that's what I say. I think probably you'd be best off with the Bose. I hear it's really great. EJ's at the CVS pharmacy right now, so he has time to tune in. All right, EJ. Nice to have you, bud. Craig Reckless. No, I don't. I have the piezo on the guitar. But you know what? There's an input in the back. Usually, if it's just my wife and I bring my little Fishman Loudbox Mini. Behringer is great for the price, but this little mixer is crap. Jay, I'm just gonna let you know. It's their smallest little, like, 4-channel mixer. Mike and Ike's. I love Mike and Ike's. Yeah, I know it's good for the price though. You're right, Jay. I've got a big Behringer mixer and it's pretty good. Bose L1 compact and it works great. Thanks, Dave. There you go, Craig. No, I don't mic the guitar. I just have a piezo and the acoustic. And If it's just the two of us, I can put the two vocals in the front, and there's an aux in the back that I can run my guitar into. But then it doesn't have a volume. Well, it has a volume, but it doesn't have any tone controls and stuff like that. But I just do that all from my pedals. So sometimes, either way, I can use the box, or the Loud Box Mini, or I can use all on the Fishman. I use all kinds of Fishman stuff. I'm a Fishman artist. No, I'm not. That'd be funny if I was a Fishman artist, but you know. I'm glad somebody mentioned this guitar and got me playing it. It's feeling great today. With this P90s. P90s are great. Love the lighting. Thanks, EJ. I bought me some blue lights over at Lowe's. And I plugged them into any old lamps I could find. And I think it looks cool. I dig it. Anything to make me happier in my office, right? I'm going to have to get my lunch soon and go back to work. Back to testing the mobile devices. But I got a couple more minutes I can jam out. Talk to you folks. You guys are the best, man, showing up. I was afraid nobody would show up. Works for the birds. That's one of my little go-to riffs right there that I just did. Nick James, what's up, brother? Here for 2 minutes. Yes, love it. Kids are home from school today, so he's home. He was teaching his daughter "Home Sweet Home," "Home Sweet Home." She said it's a weird song. It is a weird song. How old is she? Teaching her that crazy song. I'm so happy that Nick's here too. That's great. Nick, what time is it over there in France? Pride and Joy. That's awesome. You need to learn how to shuffle properly. That's how to do it. Work on that song. Haha! That's awesome. Got to get them chokes on that song. That's right. Reminded me of the 90s. I had to play that song in a band a lot, Cheddar. I don't know if I did it right or not. Back in the 90s. And it was fun. We also did this one. This one I know I don't play right, but I like it. That's a good one.